you know, it's a blessing to get to do this because Florida is so rich with community and people doing incredible things. I started out in the little town of Century, where my father started, because it was sentimental for me to go there. They've closed the public school there. The public health unit is closed there. People have to travel 40 miles just to get any kind of basic service down to Pensacola. And yet we see people there that are doing extraordinary things in after-school programs and early learning programs just because they're not going to let the children fail there. They're standing in the gap. I'll give you an example from Jacksonville. I walked in there and I had this great opportunity to find this program that deals with homeless children. Very difficult situation. As you know, the brain research shows that kids that are 0 to 5, that's the critical time for them to be nurtured and inspired and to be read to and have their brains develop. Well, when kids are homeless, they're not getting that. They're not getting those 12,000 words a day. This program takes homeless kids and brings them into a 9-week course that can improve their cognitive ability by 4 and 5 times. And so that child, whether he's homeless or whether he's from a good community, is now able to succeed in 1st grade. So we found many programs like that around the state. Very inspiring programs.
Share a couple more with us.
I love that. As you know, I'm very inspired by them. It's what keeps me going. I was in Kissimmee, and we walked through. I had a long day, hot day, walking through Orlando into Kissimmee, and I come upon this Boys and Girls Club, and it was on a dirt path with cows in the pasture. And I thought, what can this be? You know, what good can go on here? And boy, I was fooled, because I went in there and I immediately met a young man that was from Lakeland, Florida. And he had grown up tough, and the Boys and Girls Club had meant the world to him in terms of turning his life around and making a difference. And he had become a program director there. And he was with a young man, a 16-year-old kid named Aiken. This kid had problems both with school and outside school and at home. Leading to he was going to end up either in reform school or prison at a very early age. He comes into the Boys and Girls Clubs there, and he gets to hang out with the guy I was just telling you about it, and he gets to understand that he doesn't have to fight to make his way, that he can understand a few rules and be cared about and just have a protected place where he can go from the crazy world that he was living in. And it's so inspiring because he's now 16 years old. He is one of the very leaders among 18,000 people that go to Boys and Girls Club. He represents all 18,000 kids at their national convention, and he's probably going to Harvard University. So you can't tell me that getting involved and intervening in a kid's life doesn't make a difference. You know, when we're seeing this kind of program, these kinds of things go on around the state of Florida.